Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Channel 256 News. I'm your host, Trevor Bello. Every day I show up to give you guys some of the biggest news stories in the Bitcoin and crypto space. We're going to talk about markets, finances. We're going to talk about, nation state adoption and everything in between. There's a lot of things that happen in Bitcoin on a day-to-day basis, and I'll try to summarize it as best I can and add a little bit of my commentary too, so that you can feel confident going about your day knowing what is happening in Bitcoin so that you can make better decisions when it comes to where you put your money. I do want to stress that this is not financial advice. You should always do your own research and understand an asset or an investment class before you decide to invest into something. Warren Buffett always said that, and it's something that I took to heart. So this is not investment advice. This is for entertainment and education purposes. Make sure that you do some research. Make sure you learn the fundamentals. I am a Bitcoin maxi. I'm not a toxic maximalist, but I am a Bitcoin maxi. So a lot of the times when I talk about crypto, I am going to be talking about it in a negative light. So if you came to hear about XRP and Solana and the newest thing happening with meme coin, you're not going to get very positive takes from me. So I just wanted to emphasize that before going into it, because we are going to be talking a little bit about some shit coinery that is happening in the space today. But before we do that, let's dive into the mining metrics for Thursday, December 12th. All right, so our block time at the time of recording is 874,347. Our total network hash rate is 755.3 exahash. Our daily value per petahash is $61.55. And our all-time high, which we hit on December 4th, is 103,900. We are currently sitting at a price of 100,940. Our last difficulty change was 1.6%, and the blocks to retarget is 597, and that retarget rate date is December 15th, my birthday. And it looks like we're going to have a difficulty change of 3.3%. And the last thing in our mining metrics, as always, is the fee rate, so that you guys can understand when's a good time to move money, consolidate some UTXOs and make some transactions. We're looking at about 7 sats per VByte. So that's it for the mining metrics. Real quick, today's news broadcast is brought to you by Bitcoin Mining World. Bitcoin Mining World is more than just a mining equipment supplier. We are educators and realists. Our goal is to empower, uplift, and raise the next generation of Bitcoin miners. Together, we can build a stronger and more resilient network through our training programs, boot camps, and our ever-expanding network of miners. We are helping to decentralize the network and build an ecosystem where everyone can thrive and succeed. When you make a purchase at Bitcoin Mining World, you are supporting our mission to empower miners just like yourself and create a more resilient network for all. Let's mine the future together. All right, so I said we were going to get into some shit coins. For our first story, influencers, Shilling meme coins are facing heavy fines. And it's about damn time, because I'm tired of hearing about Haktua coin and Trump NFTs and the latest in the crypto scammery. So let's get into it. Influencers promoting meme coins and crypto scams are under intense scrutiny as regulators crack down on undisclosed payments and misleading promotions. Legal actions are being taken against those who use their platforms to exploit followers for personal profit. This growing enforcement push emphasizes the importance of transparency and ethical behavior in crypto marketing. Viewers should be cautious and do their own research before acting on influencer advice. This message is clear. Accountability in the crypto space is more important than ever. First off, you should never, and I repeat never, as I said in the beginning, invest in something that you don't understand, especially when it's your favorite influencer or TV star telling you that you're going to get rich quick by buying whatever shitcoin, Haktua token, NFT that they're shilling. I feel bad. I feel bad for anybody who's been caught up in one of these scams and these token offerings. I really do. But at the same time, we need to take responsibility for what we do and what we invest our money and our time in. These influencers are really at fault for shilling these tokens and these coins, saying, hey, you're going to get rich quick off of this. But at the end of the day, take some personal responsibility. Don't go buy the next crypto shitcoin token that just pops up on Facebook or Instagram because some influencers saying, hey, you're going to get rich, buy my buy my token. I mean, like, this is absolutely ridiculous, guys. Let's kind of keep a clear head. Remember that, like, you don't just get rich quick. So that's one of the biggest problems that I have with crypto tokens and crypto coins in general, is just it's this promise to get rich, and it's this promise to be an instant millionaire, when really it takes proof of work, time, dedication, and energy to build that wealth over time. And like I said, while I feel bad for anybody who's been duped by these scams, I really don't feel bad for the people shilling them. Go back to dancing on camera and whatever other trend you guys are getting into. Stop telling people they're going to get rich buying your NFTs. This broadcast is also brought to you by the Mastermind Club. This week in the Mastermind Club, we have a deep dive with Dan Blaine, an insurance broker from Marsh McLennan Agency working within the Bitcoin mining sector. Learn how to protect your investment and prepare for the worst case scenario. Click the link in the description to join us Friday, December 13th for our Mastermind deep dive into insuring your Bitcoin mine. So that is tomorrow at 8 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to be diving into that with Dan. It's going to be a good time. Back to our news, something I really want to talk about. Eric Trump predicts Bitcoin could reach $1 million, attributing this growth to America's future embrace of a pro-crypto president. He emphasizes the role of supportive policies in fostering blockchain innovation and expanding adoption, viewing the shift as essential to advancing financial freedom and countering traditional banking systems. Quoting Eric, he said, "I believe in Bitcoin. I absolutely love Bitcoin, and I'm very proud that my father stood on stage in Nashville and he came out and said that he's going to be the Bitcoin president. He's going to be the crypto president. He's going to make America the crypto capital of the world. He's going to put in smart regulation. He's going to do all the right things. I really believe that this is the future of finance." So look, I'm going to be honest. I am very skeptical of politicians. I always have been. And in general, I am especially cautious when it comes to Trump. I voted for him, full disclosure. So while I genuinely hope for a Bitcoin boom, and I genuinely hope for businesses who are working in Bitcoin, who are building Bitcoin reserves and, trying to grow in the Bitcoin space, I genuinely hope that they, profit and do well. I really think that, again, we need to come back and think about the fundamentals of Bitcoin and the proof of work that goes into building wealth and storing that value through time. While I do think that it's possible that Trump could bring in and usher in this new era for Bitcoin, I think we need to ground ourselves in the fundamentals and make sure these people, rich billionaires who have access to a money printer, who have devalued our time and our money by inflation and debasement, we need to make sure that we're not getting duped again. While I do believe Bitcoin's going to $1 million, I believe that our value is being strengthened. I believe that we're able to project our power forward. I also think that we need to not get lost in the sauce when it comes to crypto presidents. And that's another thing. Look, Eric, your broad use of the term crypto raises serious questions about your motives. And this could be the motives of yourself and of your father. But a true Bitcoiner knows that there's no second best. Either you're fully committed to Bitcoin or you're speculating at best and manipulating at worst. So I remain cautiously optimistic for the future of Bitcoin, and also very hesitant to trust anything that the Trump administration says, especially because they haven't even been inaugurated yet. What will really turn the tide for me is if we actually see Ross Ulbricht freed. That'll be the first thing where I start to believe, okay, maybe we're actually on the right trajectory here. Maybe we're really on the right path. So until then, I will remain cautiously optimistic and skeptical. So today's news is brought to you by Scott's Deals. Are you looking for new and used Bitcoin miners? We currently have a bunch of unused S19J Pros at 104 terahash. These miners are priced at $5.75 per terahash. Reach out to Yannick on Telegram or email him to learn more. The links will be in the description. Remember, guys, these aren't the only things that we have for sale. We have mining sites, we have other miners, and we can generally get you the best price on mining infrastructure and equipment. For our final story, Bitcoin recently surged past 101,000. It's actually at 100,877 as I'm looking at it right now. But this marks a major milestone in its growth trajectory. Tom Lee, a prominent market strategist and co-founder of Fundstrat, shared an optimistic outlook during a CNBC interview, predicting Bitcoin could reach 250,000 by 2025. Lee attributed this forecast to several key factors, including increasing institutional adoption, the supply constraints from Bitcoin's halving cycles, and rising global demand for decentralized assets. He emphasized Bitcoin's resilience and potential to transform the financial landscape. All right, so here's my initial thoughts. We need to remain calm and measured in our approach to Bitcoin. It represents a very unique opportunity for us to preserve the value of our hard-earned time in the form of money. Unlike fiat currencies, which are eroded by inflation and reckless monetary policies, Bitcoin offers a resilient alternative. And while Bitcoin reaching 250K by the end of 2025 is highly possible, I am actually more on the side of like it will happen. We're going to have to prepare for the inevitable crash that's going to come after that. I mean, yes, I guess that past results are not indicative of future gains and future results. I don't know how that phrase exactly goes. Look, in the last 16 years, we've had a bull market followed by a bear market, and then the cycle just kind of repeats. And so what's going to happen is Bitcoiners out there who are touting Bitcoin and saying, you know, you need to buy it and being evangelists, which we need, you know, come the bear market, everybody's going to look at you and say, you're an idiot. And that's going to happen too. But if we ground ourselves in the fundamentals and we continually educate ourselves and our friends and our family about Bitcoin and its fundamentals and what it can do for ourselves, for the world, for the network as a whole, then like Bitcoin's going to go where Bitcoin needs to go, and we're all going to be wealthier individuals at the end of it. It's inevitable that these corrections are going to come, but again, let's just be cautiously optimistic about where this is headed. Not get too far in front of our skis. Make sure that you're not taking out leverage. Again, this is not investment advice. This is just my honest opinion and my take on it. I am very hopeful for the future of Bitcoin. I'm very hopeful for where this could go in the future, but I also am very risk averse, kind of reserved when it comes to just saying, oh, it's going to 1 million or oh, it's going to 250,000 by the end of the year. Like, hold up, guys. Wherever it goes, it's going to go. And, you know, Donald Trump might end up pushing the coin to 250K or even higher this cycle, but we're going to see a crash. Again, at the end of the day, guys, it's the most important thing is to educate yourself on Bitcoin's fundamentals and make sure that you're doing the research and putting the proof of work into actually learning about Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's the only thing that matters. In my humble opinion, Bitcoin is the only thing that matters. Cryptocurrency tokens, NFT projects, ordinals, runes, all of it, I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I don't care about that. I don't want to pay attention to that. I'm not here for that. I'm here for saving our money and our value and our time in an asset that can't be debased through inflation, through money printing, and being able to project that money and time, that value into the future so that I can actually turn back around and breathe a little bit and say, yeah, I can lower my time preference. I can live a better life. I can eat better food. I can feel healthier. So that's really just how I feel. And while everyone's out here trying to get rich quick, I get it. It's hard. Eggs are expensive. Meat's expensive. Gas is expensive. Just ground yourself in the fundamentals, guys. Don't get your head over your skis. Make sure that you're taking the time to put your 1,000 hours in and get educated on Bitcoin. It's an ongoing process. It takes time. So with that, that is all for today's show. Thank you for watching Channel 256 News. This broadcast was sponsored by Bitcoin Mining World and the Mastermind Club. If you liked what you saw, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more content. I am your host, Trevor Bello, and I will see you tomorrow for another news update. Until then, remember, stay grounded, keep educating yourself, and constantly grow. Peace out, guys.